Go ahead and play a bar chord real quick. Nice, exactly, that's it.
I had a friend of mine tell me that someday I was going to open up a music school, and I told her it was never going to happen.
Erin has done such an awesome job of pulling in really great, cool musicians from the community.
Since all of our teachers are professional musicians, I get the chance to see them play in Seattle a lot. They try really hard to make their shows all ages so their students have the opportunity to go.
When I was growing up, there was nothing like, going to a place where you get to form a band with like your peers and like practice and learn songs and stuff. There's nothing like that.
In this day and age, we see so many cuts in the schools or programs that are cut, and sometimes it's music that gets cut first. So we're trying to make sure that kids have access to music expression and learning.
You just jumped right into this, so you're ready to do this. Good. Awesome. All right. You know A minor. You ready?
Yeah. You put your right foot in.
As a student growing up, I would have loved an environment where I could have interacted with the caliber of teachers that Mode has to offer. That's something that I wanted for my daughter. It's something that I wanted her to be able to experience, and she does.
Good. Stay on that note really quick. I want you to pluck the strings individually.
She'll come to work with me and have nothing to do, and I'll put her in a lesson randomly with a teacher that has time, and she'll come out and she had written a song or learned something different to do with her voice and practices it all the way home, and it's something just so special that I can see in her. Our teachers don't just give kids the knowledge of the instrument, they give them their experience in the music industry and encourage them to get on stage and encourage them to perform, and that's something that you can't find everywhere.
Every week, I feel like I'm learning what kids respond to, what their grown-ups respond to, and how we can build this best for like kids this age living in this time. Another thing that I try to think about is like, okay, what do I wish kids knew before they started private lessons? Because I've had some younger private students, I talk about like a steady beat, and they're like, I have no idea what that is. And so to be able to approach some of those very basic early concepts with the younger set hopefully is doing a service to the private instructors who are getting these kids as they grow up.
I heard that you. So you want to put that E in the middle there. There you go.
It feels like Mode is very much about uniting like the underbelly of Seattle's music scene with the actual real people living lives and raising families in Seattle. And that's so cool.
It's so much more than learning how to play an instrument. You get to learn about what their lives are like and how they manage time and how they book shows and how they sell tickets and how they get their name out.
There is more of a cultivation of relationship between the student and teacher, where the student's allowed to have space to explore doing what they have a passion for.
The first song I learned was Lies by Marina and the Diamonds on the piano, and I was like, I could play that?
It seems like it's number 3. The third time you do it, for some reason you missed this bass here. The first 2 are always like perfect. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a good outlet for him. When he gets upset or like starts to fight with his sister, it becomes sort of his outlet. He'll just walk away, go play drums for 10 minutes on his own, practice some beats, and then come back out and he's like refocused.
Sitting at my piano is just familiar, and for someone who struggles with like mental health and like anxiety, it's definitely something where like this is what I know. Like as long as I know this, like everything else is gonna be fine. You can listen to music, which is awesome, and it's that's a thing on its own, but knowing how to play music and knowing how to explore instruments is a whole nother, level of meditation in a way.
When I started Mode, I never imagined that it would get to the point that it is now. And now that we're here, I can't imagine it being any different than what it is. Every time I walk in that door, it just feels like home.